When is the first sight of the first mass in the Philippines?
This video presentation will give an idea of where is the site in the first mass here in the Philippines.
But first, let me introduce to you the presenters of this lesson, namely Mr. Harris Rojas and Mr. Grenzel Ray Pimentel from Group 4, DMD.
Be, titigil mo na yan. Hindi tayong reporters. Tara na.
Good day everyone, my name is Grenzel Ray Pimentel, together with my co-member Harris Rojas. And we are the group 4 discussing about the topic of the first sight of the first mass in the Philippines.
The first Mass in the Philippines was celebrated in Limasawa Island on Easter Sunday, March 31, 1521. It was when Ferdinand Magellan landed on the said island amid his voyage around the world.
It is held near the shores of the island. The first Holy Mass marked as the birth of Roman Catholicism in the Philippines.
There had been much debate among historians as to where the first Mass in the Philippines was held, with Limasawa and Masawin Butuan being the two contending places. There were disagreements because of conflicting interpretation of early European accounts, mainly those of Antonio Pigafetta, an eyewitness of the voyage of Ferdinand Magellan, the Portuguese navigator who held the first Spanish expedition to the Philippines.
A little trivia. Did you know that the expedition, following the true relation given by Pigafetta, arrived in the Philippines on March 16, 1521? They had landed on a small island called Homonhon, located in Samar. The crew of Magellan's fleet continued along different islands until they reached a place that Pigafetta had named Aquada dali Boni Segniali because of fresh water and because of signs of gold. The account has vivid descriptions of their encounters and interactions with the local populations, further adding to the historical record for their journey.
The first Mass to be said in the Philippines is recorded by Pigafetta, also to have taken place on Easter Sunday, March 31. He places this event at Mazawa, the stop of the expedition headed by Magellan. Said he anchored off this island and he was visited there by local chiefs, one of whom was a king named Rayesiel. According to Pigafetta, this meeting was accompanied by the rite of gift-giving and the solemn mass, with the presence of local dignitaries. But even more indicative of the truly historic moment this was in the Philippines was the description of the Mass itself, the cross, the holy vessels.
But notwithstanding this explicit account from Pigafetta, there had been continuous debate whether Mazawa corresponds to Limasawa or Mazao. Limasawa's traditional claim is based on the local interpretation of history and geography. For Limasawa, its proponent argued that what has been described in the account of Pigafetta fits to the island and should be celebrated as such due to its historical significance.
On the other hand, some believe that the first Mass was conducted in Masao, Butuan. The arguments of Masao are based on alternative interpretation of Pigafetta's account and historical documents that show that geographical and navigation details could, with no validity, apply to Butuan. This is another example of how early accounts from Europeans can be correlated with modern geography.
This debate is not only matter of geographical accuracy but also reflects more general trends within the historiography. The account of Pigafetta has its drawbacks too. It is very detailed yet compromised by his outsider perspective. It might also contain mistakes and biases. And early colonial records suffered from so many distortions and interpretation that to specify any exact location is hard to do.
But in the final analysis, whether the first mass was held in Limasawa or in Masao is an issue that will not go away. A persistent problem not unlike the task of interpreting events in history of incomplete and often contradictory records. The two are historic and cultural landmark on their own right. Each claim is still contributing to the richness of the Philippines history. Continuing debates like this attest to the challenge inherent in the historical scholarship and relentless striving for a deeper understanding and celebration of this watershed event in the life of the nation.
And now, since we know the summary of the site of the first mass in the Philippines, we want to conclude this presentation with a question of what is your opinion on this topic?